Test, 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 test. Alright, we're going to test this one more time. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, 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 test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. God, there's some static in here somewhere. We'll figure it out, I guess. Maybe we can just do that. Is that better? Can't tell. No. Well, I guess we're just gonna rock with that. Yeah, we'll just let's just hold on a second. Let me get out of that. That looks good. Okay, there we go. All right, doing a little short flight tonight. We're going from. Actually, I don't really remember. I've been doing this route for a little while now. So we're going from Jackson's International. This is in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, and we're going up to Mount Hagen Airport. This is a real life route. Alpha November Golf 184. It's the Air New Guinea flight. It's a real flight. I don't think they've actually run it for a while. They've been using the Dash 8, I think it is, and something else. If you guys have any trouble hearing me or any audio quality, just let me know. Shoot me, just send a message in the chat section, and I'll try to fix it. But anyways, yeah. So real life flight. Oh, what? Apparently I got to turn the real weather on. There we go. This is real time and real weather, and we have a real flight. So anyways, there we go. Okay, I was wondering where the clouds were. So hopefully the clouds aren't too bad. So this is a pretty interesting approach. It's one of those. Yeah, I guess I'm not. It's one of those. So there's. I'll show you a different way. Once we get it set up here, I'll show you in Navigraph what we got going on in terms of routing. So there's two ways to fly this route. Let's see if I can just kind of throw it on here real quick. And there we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so this is the actual route. So we're leaving from Jackson International, Port Moresby. We're going to be flying up the coast of Papua New Guinea. Well, once we get here, now this is normally used for kind of like smaller aircraft, the Dash 8, any kind of general aviation aircraft. They usually do this approach into the airport. Now this is a very mountainous area, so what you do is you fly around the mountains and you fly in, and then last but not least, so you can't approach the runway from the east. So and the only way I figured out how to do this is I actually looked up flight radar, like past flights. They use the Fokker 100, and I've actually seen them do a straight in approach, or sometimes it's a little in and out around. But for the most part, what they'll do is they'll fly in straight ahead. They'll skip this entire approach, and they'll fly in straight ahead on this airway, the Hotel 536. And then once you're just about here, I'm only doing this again because I've flown this route a couple times now. And once you're about here, you're about 12,000 feet. I think the elevation of the airport is just a little over 5,000. So once you get to 12,000, you actually have to fly in this like mountain valley. And you kind of slowly descend in until you get the airport in sight. It's a lot of manual flying, so it's going to be interesting. But anyways, let's get going here. Jump back off a Navigraph, and we're back in the cockpit now. PMDG 737-800. Let me start off with making sure we have enough fuel. Let's go. Fuel. And now I have to go back to my charts to make sure I know what I got here. 17,412 are in pounds. I know we're supposed to be probably in kilograms, but we'll just go with what we have. Just easier for me. Our payload today, let's see what the ZFW is. It's 127.0. Now, I've been having some interesting stutters in Microsoft. I haven't had any, knock on wood, just yet, but that's neither here nor there. So we're going to do that. And then the altimeter real quick for this airport is going to be 1007, which is not set up correctly, so 1007. Well, this flight's roughly about 55 minutes from gate to gate, so we're going to rock with that. Okay, so everything's set up, and now I need to just lock my parking brakes. There we go, and I can kind of start my ACARS system, tracking system for both my virtual airline and as well as a pilot's life, which is a new third-party add-on. Hey, we're all set. Good. Alright, so that looks good. That looks good. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll set up the aircraft. We'll go, we'll wait to turn the APU on. We're currently on ground power. Alright, menu, FMC, position in it. We got A, Alpha, uniform. Let's see, what was it? There we go. Alright, so that's there. That's good. Alpha, uniform, Mike, Hotel. Let's see, that looks good. This is going to be Alpha November Golf 184. Alright, and then we usually have the same departure. Let's see, 33 right is the departure for this evening. Alright, and then that's the same one as we've been flying for the past 3 days. Straf 1, that looks good. Back here, oops, too far. Too far. Too far. Come on, you can do this. Alright, routing. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be the exact same waypoints too. Snappa is the next waypoint. Alright, so we got that plugged in. It's going to be the first waypoint, and then we're going to do direct to EPKD. EPKD, that looks good. And then the next waypoint is the GU-GPU. So oops. PU, okay, that's in there right there. Activate that, and now for the arrival, we're actually going to just hit, it looks like the RNAV 30, no transition, I don't want to do any of that stuff. We'll hit execute. Over to our perf init page, there's double click, we got 127.0. Our reserve tanks today for that is going to be 2.3. Alright, cost index today is 5. And our cruising altitude is going to be 34,000, roughly about what it normally is. And then let's see what the winds are at our cruise. About 43 at 5, so not too bad today. Yesterday was a little bit worse. 43 at 5, execute. Slop over here, we'll do flaps 5. Center of gravity is going to be 25.5. 4.61 on the trim. Use the trim wheel. There we go. Well, no, a little too far. That's about good. Notice it's like no descent path, I know. Because it's all manual flying. We'll turn our TCAS system on, even though we don't need it. Flying offline currently. this doesn't even work. But PNDG is a little bit behind the game. They're working on it. Alright, so now that that's all set up, flight directors can come on. And since there's no ATC, we're going to just shoot right up to 31,000. Or, excuse me, 34,000. Come on. Boom. Got it. Alright, we'll gauge LNAV, VNAV later on down the line. So let's just do a real quick look outside using GSX, and of course GSX is causing some kind of issue. Alright, so everything looks good. Back into the cockpit, the overhead panel, forward left fuel pump is on, APU is on start, window heat is on, same thing with the hydraulic pumps, isolation valves open. We're going to set this to 34,000. Go our landing altitude. I double check on that. Information. Elevation is 5,394, so we'll go to 5,000. Oops, way too far. We'll do 5,400. Alright, logo lights are on. Waiting for our APU to start up. Everything else looks pretty much set. I hate that. I apologize for all the stupid pop-ups. I don't know what's going on. Hope you guys are all getting ready for Christmas. Everyone else is flying in the area of Canada, North America, where there's snow right now. Even in England there's snow. And I'm over here in Papua New Guinea flying around. How's Boston these days? I'm assuming you mean in the simulator, or you mean in real life, one of the two. Alright, I think our APU is ready to come on. It is. Alright, APU gen, turn that on. Cool simulation there. APU bleed will come on. Alright, that looks good. We'll turn our anti-collision on. We'll get our pushback clearance here. Let's see, menu, actions, ground services, we'll remove that. Make sure all our doors are closed. Close. There we go. Back to the FMC, legs, alright. You know what we forgot to start? We forgot to start packs. Oh, man. See if I can just get it going real fast. That's 7 minutes. Oh, here goes the jetway. Don't. I forgot the stupid packs. Oh. Thank you. Alright. Kind of wait for. Whoa. My stream went away. Hey, there we go. Alright, back outside. Now we're going to wait for packs to load up. Shouldn't be long, only about 54 passengers today. New Guinea looks pretty good though in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the weird thing about this sim is that there's always like slight issues, like for example the jetways, they don't always. So I'm leaving here now and it's connected as you can see, but when I come back it'll be gone, missing as per usual. So it's just a little finicky. This is a freeware airport anyways. There we go. So just to show you guys what PAX is, we'll kind of jump over to the PAX section. It's not what I wanted to do. There we go, and this is PAX. It's pretty interesting little add-on. Simulates real passengers boarding. You can see there's little dots apparently. I'm hoping they update this a little bit. It's slightly annoying. left, I think. Yeah. It's gonna yell at me for a little bit. Okay. That's nice. Shut up, I know. Alright, so we're gonna turn those on. Shut up, GSX. I know. It's just gonna keep saying that. I'm just gonna turn the crew volume down. It's a little annoying. So I'm pretty much waiting for the packs to load up.
This is your captain speaking. Welcome on board our flight. We'll be departing soon, and we're aiming for a smooth flight. Thanks for flying, and we'll keep you informed of any changes as they happen.
Alright, sorry for the delay. I should have started this packs earlier, but I didn't. So as you can see, I'm still waiting for... Did he just say please? Hey, there we go. Get that last passenger in the seat. Okay, relax. Sweet. Hey, there we go. Turn. Alright, parking brakes are off. Alright, so we're gonna wait for a little bit of a push here. There's our push. Alright, so we'll do ground. We'll start number 1. Start the left engine first. Waiting for 18%. Alright, engage fuel. We got about 27 now. We'll cheat a little bit, go outside. There's that little glitch I was talking about. Really obnoxious. I don't know what that is. I think it's GSX causing it. Alright, waiting for that. Okay, the engine's all set, ready to go. We'll start the next one. Set it to ground. Just make sure we got our maps moving on here. There we go. Oops. Alright. Release, introduce fuel. This pushback is so strange too. So the first time I taxied at this airport, I actually had to go all the way around because I didn't realize it was in a taxiway. Alright, GSX, we got a good start. Let's go. Okay, let me just turn the stupid... There we go. Alright, we're going to turn the crew volume off because it's just really obnoxious. I just do it because it's a habit. And we're waiting for that last engine to kick on. Ooh, we have an engine failure? Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have my packs on. Rookie mistake. There we go. Alright, so I made a big boo-boo, but packs were supposed to be off that whole time. They weren't. Now they're off, and of course you can see the engine is spooling up. Fuel in the center tanks? That's strange. I guess we'll kick that over real quick. Alright, we're now we're waiting for the engine to actually load up. What's up, Memphis Flights? How's it going? And Nick's Aviation. How's it going? Alright, fuel is going to get low now real fast because the center fuel tanks are going to be drained really quick. Alright, so everything looks good. We'll turn the generators on. Alright, packs can come back on. Probe and window heat is on. APU is off. Excuse me, APU bleed is off. APU is off. We'll set this to continuous. Taxi lights are on. We'll do a real quick flight control check. Full left. Full right. Full up and full down. It looks like we're good. Looks like the rudder pedals work fine. Alright, so we're going to unlock the gear here. Make sure we're looking pretty good out here for the most part. Yeah, it looks good. And we'll taxi on out. Alright, we'll taxi on out. There we go, start moving. Alright. Brakes are set to RTO. We'll start turning. I gotta give this thing a little bit more juice than normal. And once I start going, it goes. Alright, there we go. And we can drop our flaps down to 3 clicks, which is D5. So computer specs while I'm taxiing. I did a big overhaul on my computer about a few months back. Let's see. It's a Ryzen 9 5900X, I think. And some scenery popping in and out. It's really strange. Love to see Microsoft Flight Simulator just popping scenery in here and there. Should be looking around, huh? Anyways, yeah, Ryzen 9 5900X. So that's like I think the max CPU usage I get is like 4.1 at the max. I don't overclock. I don't like doing that kind of stuff just because I don't trust myself with overclocking. Some interesting aircraft out there. Anyways, and then the graphics card is a love-hate relationship because it is a NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti. It works really, really well at times, and then there are other times where I'll get black screens and the GPU will just completely shut off. So I don't know what it is. When it does work, it works perfectly fine, but I think I have 16 gigs of RAM. Pretty much it. I have a tri-monitor, so I have 3 monitors. Slow it down just a little bit here. No real surround sound system or anything like that. Just kind of, I guess, your standard stuff. But the GPU, CPU are really what makes it. I think the motherboard's a Tomahawk. It's a B450. It's older. I should have probably upgraded that, but I take what I can get. So, more scenery popping in. Strange. Anyways, this is an interesting airport too. There's no full taxiway all the way around. You have to taxi onto the runway, and then we're going to back taxi all the way down. And there is no ATC here, so we're just kind of winging it, no pun intended. Let's see what else we got going on. Alright, get right to the runway right here. So runway 30 is this way. Slow down just a little bit. Turn our runway turn-off lights on. I think that's the correct way to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think landing lights come on until you get to the end of the runway. But somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea. I just base it off of what I've seen in the past. So anyways, like I said, short flight, 55 minutes round trip. Excuse me, yeah, from this airport, I always forget the name. We're going to Mount Hagen though, and Mount Hagen's an interesting airport. Like I said, we're not doing the RNAV approach in. We're going to do a direct in, like ATC would control us. And then we're gonna dip in and out of the mountains and then through the valley, and then hopefully land safely. I've got all my stuff running. That looks good. Get close now. Just slow it down just a little bit. Pump the brakes. Boop, boop. There we go. So here's a little turnaround spot right over here. Oh, it's 3-2. Why did I think it was 3-0? Oh, 3-0 is where I'm landing at. Swing it just here, and then we'll swing it all the way around. As much as we can. Without trying to destroy a taxi light. Alright, landing lights can come on. Oops, turn-offs are on. Taxi lights are off. Strobe can come on. Wing lights can come on. 3-2 right. A little bit of clouds. Hopefully it won't be too bad visually going into this airport. So we'll just stop right here real quick. Everything's set. Looks good. We're ready to rock and roll. So we're going to hold it at about 40. Release the brakes. Get some rolling here. 45. And now we can punch it all the way up. No V speeds. What the heck? Whoops. I didn't realize I had my V speeds checked in. Anyways, 80 knots checked. V1 and rotate. Nice little climb here. Yes, sir. Gear up. That's our fuel warning. Turn those off. Alright. Looks like we got a nice climb rate. Go flaps up. The auto brake can be turned off. Ooh, a little bit of a crosswind there. Yeah, crosswind. Wind's coming from... Oh, now it's gone. It was there. So we'll manually fly it up to about 5,000. Papua New Guinea. So I fly for, on a pilot's life, I fly for Air New Guinea, and unfortunately they don't have a ton of routes in the sector of short routes, I guess you can say. Get just a little bit of a bump here. Trim wheel it up. So I have this route, and then I'm flying back to Jackson International, and then I think tomorrow's flight will be Sydney. It's going to be a nice long haul for me, or it's a long haul for the most part. Still manually hand flying this plane. It's really nice and smooth. Oops. There we go. A strange angle. Alright, we're just about 5,000 now. We can kick on the vertical and the lateral navigation, and we'll hit the autopilot. Flaps are up, auto brakes are off. Probably should be turning this on. The Wix doesn't work. I usually use terrain because the area I'm going to be flying to is roughly pretty much all mountains. It can be a scary approach. The first time I flew this approach, I flew it incorrectly. I flew the RNAV visual, and you overfly the airport, and then you're supposed to, you can circle to land, but not east of the airport. I have to look up let me look up the charts. There we go. So the RNAV, yeah. Alright, so not authorized, circle to land not authorized at south, of runway 12 or 30 N0826. So there's technically 4 runways there. There's only one major long runway. Past about 8,000 now, just double checking. And yeah, Yep, Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's pretty much the only flight simulator I use anymore. I have X-Plane. I have X-Plane 12 installed, and I haven't messed with it a lot because it's kind of buggy still. Once they iron out some of the bugs, I'll go back to it for a little bit. Alright, 10,000 feet. We can turn off our landing lights. Engines will set to flight. Wing lights are off. Position lights are still on. Looks like our packs are about 94% satisfied. So expected arrival is about 41 minutes right now. Be a little bit shorter than that. There's the borrow reference, the standard altimeter. Set that. Yeah, the Captain Sim 777. That's an interesting one. Uh, Captain Sim's known for not necessarily being the most realistic. I will say it looks really, really nice, but other than that, the flight systems are pretty much standard. We're at about 11,000. I always get a lot of chop in Papua New Guinea. But it looks nice. I mean, the detail is unreal. Alright, so now we're pretty much just relaxing, and I guess we can go and turn the, come on, seatbelt signs off, give the pack some time to move around. Everything else looks pretty good. The cool thing about PMDG is they have the window shades, so depending on where you're sitting in the cockpit, you can put these on. There's a couple of them. There's one, there's two. But they don't have one for the front, which I'm kind of surprised by. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's alright. But it is pretty cool to have the window shades on. We'll just jump back over into the captain's seat. If I remember correctly, I think the sun is coming from our left. Yeah, so we got more sun on this side. Looking forward to down here will be the EFB whenever they decide they want to release that. Windows still don't open and work. Check our oxygen. We have oxygen. And now we're just cruising. Still got about 38 minutes left on this flight. And I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the plan mode, and then we're going to look at what we have in store for us. So there's GUPU, and now this is where I don't want this is where I have to change it. So we'll do that. That looks good. And then we'll do YMHEM. And we'll just fly direct. Now we should just be able to step. Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. So it's going to be a lot of manual flying. Alright, so the, let's see, where's the altimeter at the airport? Alright, so altimeter is going to be 1019 at our arrival. Looks good. I'm very excited to fly to Sydney after this. I got to fly back to Port Moresby. I got to change my altitude. Oopsies. And then off to Sydney tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit longer flight depending on how my work day goes. I might do it tomorrow night or I might not. I think it's about, I want to say it's about 4 hours, but let me just double check. So Port Moresby, let's do YSSY for Sydney. Hit search. Yeah, it's about 4 hours, 3 hours and 55 minutes roughly. Currently being flown with the 767-300, but they do have in the past the 738 and the 737 also in their fleet. I don't know if they still have them in their fleet, but Air Niugini should have them. I can check actually. I haven't seen them flying in a while. Yeah, about 3 hours and 55 minutes. And then I think after Sydney, get some turbulence here. After Sydney, we're gonna go to back to um, what's it called? We're going. I'm sorry, lost track of thought there. We're going back to Port Moresby after Sydney, and then after that, we're going to double check actually. Oh, we're going to Manila. That's even longer flight. That's like a. So if it's 4 hours to Sydney and back, it's gonna be about 5.5 hours to Manila, and then so I can show you my logbook here in a second. Let's see. All right, so here's my logbook for the rest of the week. Not the week, just until my flights are ended. Um, yeah, so Port Moresby to Mount Hagen, Mount Hagen back to Port Moresby, Port Moresby to Sydney, Sydney back to Port Moresby. See, it's a really kind of like it's repetitive. Then over there, after that, over to Manila and back, and then we'll get a few more bids. Hopefully, we'll get a new job after this because I have no job offers. I think I have to wait 7 days anyways, but jobs available. Let's do. Go away. Go away. Stupid. I gotta get rid of that. But anyways, so that's my schedule currently as of right now. Alright, the logbook. I actually hit 100 on my score on my last flight in. So that was pretty good. I think my current rating is 97. That's not bad. I'll just jump over to the flight real quick. So that's where we're currently at right now. I think my friends are flying to somewhere. There's one there, there's one there. I think there's only 2 flying currently. There's a bunch of people online flying right now though. But anyways, yep. Short, easy flight. Well, kind of easy. You'll see the approach is going to be something else. But thanks for tuning in, even if you're just tuning in for a few minutes. Appreciate it. It helps me out with the stream. Currently looking through Twitter, I had a tweet that kind of blew up today. Or it was yesterday, I can't remember. But it just went non-stop viral. Weird. It's like the most likes and retweets and comments I've ever had on Twitter. Pretty wild. Alright, let's see what else we got. Boom, boom, turn that 10 out of 10. I'm about 2 followers away on Twitter from 400. yeah, it's probably gonna be the only flight this evening, just because I got too much stuff to do and it's already 10 o'clock at night where I'm at. And then we'll be just getting ready for some more sleep and some more work tomorrow. It is Christmas almost, though. I spent a lot of time decorating yesterday. I spent some time today. Oh, Newark's coming out. Cool. And then I put up another Christmas tree today, so on and so forth. And so it was been busy. We had a day off yesterday, but then now I've got 6 straight days. Let's see, we should be getting close to the top of climb. We're about 29,000. Yep, 29,000. Somebody posted that Newark is going to be coming out shortly. Let me look. Designs Newark Microsoft Flight Simulator progress update. Yeah, Newark's an interesting one. Oh wow, that airport looks good though. Look forward to getting back to the States hopefully after I gotta find a new airline to fly with. This is kind of a killer. It just stinks because they need to. I wish, they're making a lot of freeware stuff, and a lot of the freeware stuff is relatively good for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But it's not 100% yet. I'm refusing to fly in the States currently right now because I don't want to buy any more airports, even though they're only like $6. But I'm trying to fly as much freeware as I can. All right, our top of climb is coming up now. There it is, and then we should have top of descent shortly after that. Yep, there it is. Let's see, posted pretty good today. Real, not too bad, I guess. Oops, that was loud. All right. Anyways, yeah, these short flights are good, but they are kind of repetitive. I will say that. All right, top of climb is coming right up. And stay tuned if you are watching for the arrival, because it is an interesting one. People post the strangest thing on social media. I'm telling you, whether it's Twitter or posts or Instagram, man, it is just wild. It's like the final frontier, man. All right, let's see. Top of the descent should be coming up pretty soon. Less than 40 nautical miles. Let's see what it looks like. This is the outside. Some interesting clouds going on. Oops. There we go. Well, anyways, we're gonna keep it moving and get ready for our descent pretty soon. Not 100% sure what that static is. Could be my microphone. No idea though. Alright, so once we get a little bit closer here, you'll get to see. So I have the terrain radar on right now. So the lighter the green, or the no green, is almost no elevation to worry about. The higher, the more you have to worry about. And I will say, it is kind of like a white knuckle arrival. Not gonna lie. Well, let's set up for our descent now. We're just about 20 nautical miles. 5,444. We'll do 5,000. Just drop it. What's the altitude? Double check. I have 5,400 there. We'll drop it down real quick. We'll do. Actually, we're gonna stick at 12,000. I think that was a safe bet last time. 12,500. Yeah, we'll do 12,500. I think, if I remember correctly, looking back on flight radar and seeing the approaches by the Fokker 100, they went down at about 12,000 before they started just descending manually, I think. Okay, so we got that also. And like in Boeing, once the aircraft passes over the top of the descent, and the altitude is reset back in the MCP. It'll automatically descend, and versus like the Airbus where you have to manually engage it. And this is a tiny airport. I mean, the runway length, let's just give you an idea. The runway length is 7,100. That's 2,164 meters. Magnetic variation is about 5 degrees. It's a public airport. But yeah, Mount Hagen in Papua New Guinea. So to kind of give you an idea of what we got here, bump that over there, and this is our chart for the visual arrival, the RNAV arrival. We would normally fly this way, right down through the mountains, overfly the airport, and I think if it's correct, you would circle to land this way. Oh, maybe it's this. No, it's this way. And then you'll come in for a landing, pass over the river and whatnot. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to fly straight in. We're going to pass these two mountains that are up here of over 10,000. I think there's one that's 11,000. That's why I said 12,000 feet's roughly good. And then we'll go fly through here into the range, or into the valley, and then right down here, and then we're pretty much manually hand flying it all the way down. And the airport runway is going to be right about there. That's where 30 is. So that's our plan. Hopefully it works. It worked last night, or the night before. I can't remember what night I flew it. And our top of descent has begun. We can turn our passenger seatbelt signs back on to let them know, hey, we are descending. Turn that on. Seatbelt signs are on. Looks like all the packs are relatively happy. 93% satisfied. Really can't go wrong with that. Whoops. Accidentally have the speed brake on there. Alright, and we've begun our descent. Okay. Winds look pretty decent right now, nothing too crazy. So just for right now, we're gonna get our rest of our flight set up. Excuse me, rest of the descent set up. I know, no descent path. So at one point in time, we're just gonna go all manual. But just in case, we'll do 139 flaps 40. I usually drop flaps at least a 40 here. Going down to about 12,000. There's the mountain range right out here that we're going to be aiming for. I'll use the heading knob for a little bit to adjust us correctly, and then I'll go autopilot off, and we'll jump into the final approach. Nothing in there. Looking for my beverage. There it is. Doesn't look like we got anything going on. Okay, nope, nothing going on in the packs, so it looks like all our packs are pretty well seated and ready to land. I think yesterday I took this flight back to Port Moresby with a full flight, 150 packs. But we should be all set for our arrival. I guess we get rid of these window shades now. There we go. I would turn these on, but at the same time, I mean, kind of need to see, especially on this approach. Alright, so our speeds are set. We're going to be at 138 right down here. Our reference speed for our final, 139, excuse me, and flaps 40. We're going to be going low and slow through the valley. We can set our auto brake in a little bit. We'll do auto brake, probably 3. Last time I slightly overran the runway. Not overran the runway, but I went a little too far. I'm looking forward to when PMDG fixes this. I know they're waiting on Azobo and Microsoft Flight Simulator to get the Wix working. There's Wix plus turbulence. Wix, there's the terrain. Terrain on right now. And I'm going to double check the altimeter. Looks like it's still 1018. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're still tracking pretty well. It's actually a really cool program. Simbit World did a really good job with this. I got stuck with Air New Guinea, so my routing is very limited for the 737. I would fly like the ATR or the Dash 8. When the Fokker comes out, I think Just Flight's doing it. I think they're making a Fokker 700, or excuse me, 100 or 70. I can't remember which one. I mean, that'll work just fine, but I'll probably be flying with Ryanair by that point. See what the job market looks like. Tons of jobs open. So aircraft license available. Looks good. 9 Air has, there's only one job left out of 25. Air Europa has a bunch. Let's just kick out. See what we got in North America. This thing does have a slight lag. So Aeromexico, Alaska, Aloha Cargo, American Airlines, a lot of jobs on American Airlines currently. Avelo, it's another one. Bahamas Air, Caribbean, Delta. Delta has a ton. 107 job openings out of 944. This is stupid. Aircraft licensing, this is where it's wrong. JetBlue Airways, I mean, they only fly the A320, they're only flying Airbus and the E-Jets. But Kalita, Mesa, let's just do jobs available. Maybe that'll change it. No, it doesn't change it. And they all base it off a rating too. Like currently, I think Kalita has 1-star review or 1-star rating. Swoop has a really low rating. I'm not too sure exactly what all the ratings mean. Oh look, Cubana de Aviación. I probably said that completely wrong. There's no one flying for them at all. Poor guys. Anyways, back to the flight. Tracker looks good. Okay, anyways, 20,000 feet now. We're getting a little bit of the turbulence coming over the mountains. Looks like the clouds are broken. And Spy Agent, welcome back. Oh, these stupid pop-ups. Hate them. Hope you've been well, my man. Sorry I haven't been streaming lately. Life's just too busy, honestly. Gearing up for this visual approach into Mount Hagen in Papua New Guinea. It's not Paro, but it sure feels like it sometimes. Roblox has a flight sim? Or it's probably just bare bones flight sim. I don't even know. Roblox pretty much has everything. Somebody was trying to get me into it, and I don't know. Couldn't deal with it. I don't really understand it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. Alright, flight attendants, take your seats. We're going to be flying solo here for a second. Alright, making our last minute adjustments. 1018 still in the altimeter. Looks alright. These low level clouds over the mountains make me a little bit nervous. It's hard to do this visual approach when you have these clouds. Because you're like aiming for a mountain peak. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly it's at. Let me get my heading bug set. So down here, we're going to be heading right for this little path, if I remember correctly. $16,000 feet now. Take a look outside. Some weird pixelation going on, but whatever. I just gotta get through the clouds, and once I do that, I should be fine. In all reality, in real life, this flight probably wouldn't be happening if there was these clouds. But we're taking a shot at it. Mountains are very, very annoying sometimes, but it gives you a nice little challenge. Let's see, we've got about 15,000 now. Yeah, this cloud's gonna really bother the heck out of me. But we are going only down to 12,000, just so I don't hit anything. The terrain looks pretty good still. Just about 20 nautical miles away from the airport. And the speed is reducing now. Alright, so this is where it's do or die time. Change over to the heading bug. Now we're going to turn. Let's get going here a little bit more. Oops, a little too much, a little too much, a little too much. There we go. I think we should have shot over here a little bit more. Darn these clouds, man. Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing? Just flying this crazy approach. Just about finished here. About almost at 12,000 feet. Once I get through this little layer, I'll be able to see where I'm going. Alright, 12,900 now. Oh. Microsoft Flight Simulator stutter. Hopefully it's not too bad of a stutter. Oh, there we go. I am slightly pitched down. We're going to be holding at 12,000. Just so I can get through the mountain pass here. Oof. Man, I hate this. Looks like we're still good on the terrain radar. I hope. If I run into a mountain, I'm going to be really upset. Yeah, X-Plane is great, man. I personally love X-Plane. X-Plane 12 has way too many bugs currently. And of course we're getting the rain. Darn it, the heck. Now we are literally in the soup. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. I think we've got some clarity here. Alright, yeah. Okay, I think I know where I'm at now. Turn our heading just a little bit more. And this is the little valley we're going to be going into. And we'll do... Alright, there we go. Yes, I hate clouds in the sim as I do in real world. That's a fact. Alright, let's see, 12,000 feet. This is the only reason I hate him in the sim. Look how close I'm getting to these mountains. Ooh. Alright. Autopilot's off. And there's the valley. 1,000. Perfect. At least we're down through the valley. Alright, we're gonna... I know. There's no terrain. Relax. Let's see how close we actually got there. Oof. Oof. Alright, drop flaps to about 5. Now we're gonna just slowly make our way in. There's the little valley. Now we're all set. Alright, no autopilot now. We're just on the manual. Trim down a little bit. So the airport's right at our 12 o'clock. Right there. So we're going to fly down in through this little valley. Over these mountains. Right over the top of these mountains. And then be on our final. Let's get our speed set up. 139. Alright, 139. If anyone wants to know how close I am to these mountains, let's take a look. Pretty close. Alright, we're below 10,000. Landing lights come on. Runway turn off lights will come on. We'll set these to continuous just in case. Alright. Flaps now down 10 before we hit the 15 mark. Trim down just a little bit more. Alright. I have the runway in sight. Off my... looks like my 11 o'clock. We can drop gear. If we can just find the gear handle. There we go. It's really bumpy on the way down. About 5 knot crosswind. We'll turn our auto throttle off. Yeah, you too, brother. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. And flaps down to 25 now. 2500. Flaps down 40. Pull our speed brake just to slow down. If I miss this approach, I'm going to be really upset. Flaps 40. Oh man, talk about... oh, jeez, oh man. We're pretty much riding the speed brake in. I know. I know. We're going way too fast. Jeez, oh man, the wind is just nuts. Hopefully we're going to go slow enough. Should be at 139. We're a little bit fast. There we go. We're on point. There we go. It's way too fast. Way too high. And this is what you do and call a go around. So you guys get to see a go around. Gear up.
Too low, gear. Too low, gear. Too low, gear. Too low, gear.
Oh.
Too low, gear. 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 Too low, gear.
Alright, so we're gonna... that did not work out at all. So we're gonna circle to land. Oh, there we go. We're gonna hold at 177, and then we're going to... oops. We're gonna circle to land. Oops. Man, when we talk X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator, I will say it just does not compare in flight dynamics. I'm going to pitch up because we are way too low. If you want to know exactly how hard it is to fly this thing, I don't want to stall, so make sure we get some more speed here. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator is definitely more user-friendly. But that's about it. I mean, about 180 now. Doing a far, making a left. We'll make a little base here, like we're working the pattern. Let's drop flaps a little bit more now. 2, 3. Yeah, now we gotta slow down. So this is the tough part about this, because there's the airport. We gotta watch out for the mountains here. Pretty much just flying manually, as much as I don't like doing this. We're gonna circle right around here, and we'll come in for landing. So we'll drop gear again. All the flaps. Yeah, X-Plane needs graphic improvement. Huge graphic improvement. But you don't fly X-Plane for the graphics, you fly it for the flight characteristics or the aspects of it. Make sure we're still off our right there. It is. We're slowing down here now. Start making our turn for final. Gonna give it a little bit more juice. Should we have flaps full? These people in the back, my packs are probably hating life right now. Just to make sure. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. No, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. So 130 right now. Sure. Run that slow last minute turn here. Man, this is the first time I've done have to do a go around. Usually I'm like spot on. So we're gonna. There's the airport. This is our last ditch effort to land this bad boy. I know. Relax. Okay, there's the river. Man, the wind is nuts. Oh, I never had my. Oops. There we go. Just reduce our speed a little bit. I can't really see. There it is. Okay, we're good. We're lined up almost. A little too high, but we might have to do another go around. Man, this is nuts. There we go. Come on. See if I can just angle it down a little bit. There we go. Oof. Crosswind. Crosswind. There we go. Much better. Much better. Slammed it down. And reversers. Hopefully the auto brakes work well. Whew. All right. All right, so that was interesting. I don't even know how I made that. Yikes. Sweet. At least you buttered your landing. I had a landing rate of 247, I guess isn't too bad. Alright, so flaps all the way up. And then landing lights will come off. That was fun. That was an interesting go around. I don't know how I'm going to turn around in this airport though. I've never had to go full length. Turn that off, turn that off. Taxi light can come on. APU is now on. And then wing lights are off. Holy yikes, Batman. That was nuts. 88%. Looks like my packs are a little bit of upset, but that's alright. Alright, so we'll just go to the end of the runway here. We'll turn it all the way back around. Did I even have my auto brakes on? I hope I did. Let's see if we can turn around here. I have no idea. This runway is so narrow. To really, really kind of yank it. There we go. Oh, it's going to be tight. good. We're clear. That was not my best landing, but that's all right. Look at the palm trees down here. Look so real. Oh, they did until you zoom in, and then they kind of disappear. All right. Well, welcome to Mount Hagen. This is where that's where we came from, right up here. And we pretty much flew the valley down. I have to get better at this approach. Thank God I only have... This is my last one for a while. So 247 at Mount Hagen for the last time. For a while, hopefully. Is just good enough. There's those stutters again. Stupid. I think it's GSX doing it. This is a freeware airport off of Flight Sim 2. Yeah, no, I used to fly in the US all the time, and then I finally ventured out, and then I did this huge... I just flew everywhere. Tried to find cool airports to land at. Alright, APU should be on. Now this is a tough tough terminal to turn into, but... And I think this is probably the wrong way. Yeah, Papua New Guinea is really nice. I mean, this is freeware. I mean, you can't really beat this freeware. So we're going to do the first... Not this one. We'll do this one right here. There we go. Slow it down just a little enough. This is where we yank the wheel. Hold my beer. Just line it right up on the line. There we go. Just a little bit off center. We'll fix that. And we're on center line, I think. Hope. About there. That looks good. We'll set our parking brakes. Come on, set. There we go. Alright, taxi light. Oh, that was the APU, sorry. Taxi lights are off. Engines are all the way set down. There we go. APU generators are on. APU bleed is on. Cut our engines. I know, relax. Yeah, that was a rough one. I haven't had to do a go around just yet, but that was the go around. All right, we'll request deboarding. I know. Let's go down here. We'll set up the ground services. We'll set our wheel chocks. All right, anti-collision can come off. Strobes should have been off. I don't even know why I forgot to turn those off. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll get the packs going here. The rain's coming in. That's what killed me. The clouds were killers. GSX though looks really good at Microsoft, minus the fact that no one's operating these stairs. They're just there. But welcome to Mount Hagen. I mean, it's a pretty wild approach, I will say. Oops. Alright, that one's filed. Oh good, the passenger bus is coming, even though the terminal's literally right there. Bags are offloading. Yeah, that's pretty cool. GSX is worth it, yes and no. Depends on how much realism you want. I mean, it definitely adds to the sim. But, oh, see, it's glitching out a little bit. I think it's GSX. So it kind of depends on what you want. I mean, it was always good when I had it before in P3D. But turn off the fasten seatbelt signs. chime off. Let's turn that off. There we go. And my packs are unloading. Oh, did I not open? Oh yeah, it's opening. There we go. Yeah, it definitely adds some realism to it. I will say that. Let's file this pyrep here. Submit flight report. Restart flight. Submit flight. Yes. Let's see how bad this flight was. Junk mail. All junk mail. Okay, Camp Lejeune claims. That's nice. And it's gonna tell me again. Look at that. Yay. Let's see. Logbook. What was this flight? Ooh. Oh, I got a 95. Okay. I'm gonna look at the details real quick. Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. Yeah, I mean, the animated passengers are good. Besides the fact that this guy kind of looks like he's sleepwalking. Who doesn't bring? And none of these packs have like carry-ons. Just gliding down the stairs, but the PAX bus fills up, kind of. Oh, the little old lady's got a purse. That's good. That guy just disappeared. That's hilarious. An unattended child. Somebody grab your child, please. But yeah, it's GSX is worth it for the time, for what it's worth. Wow, these clouds are moving in real quick. I might not be able to get out of here in time. Hey, look, someone actually brought a suitcase. What the heck? Is that a Britney Spears look? Anyways. But it was a fun flight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little too late to do another one. I gotta get to sleep. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. It should be one of those longer flights, so I don't necessarily want to stream in a 4-hour flight. Yeah, they do only have sound. I did notice that actually the last time I flew the fly-by-wire. But either way, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you missed it, you can just always go back and watch my go-around attempt. That was a lot of fun. So you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you soon. Spy Agent, take it easy, man. I'll see you back on the stream when I can. And bring you some more content for it. Just some more entertainment value. Appreciate you guys flying along with me today. And if you liked it, just shoot it a thumbs up in the on the little window there. But guys, have a good night, and we'll see you soon.